Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
You're a banana fucker.
Why a banana fucker?
I
Out of
don't know,
all
it was
the
the
things
first-
you
It
could have
was the
said,
first thing that came to my mind, so that's what I went with.
okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to.
I'm also going to interrupt you.
Oh, you're such a twat. Why? Hi,
That's a
Nick.
bad word. You said a bad word.
Yes, I did say a bad word.
That's a bad word.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much
Easy,
for.
can you tell us what a twat is?
No. Welcome to tonight's
Please.
episode of
Hey,
Off
Kirsten, do you want to interrupt
Kilter.
him?
God,
Kirsten,
thank you for
Kirsten, do
coming.
you want a chance to interrupt him?
We
Because
should-
you haven't done that yet.
Everybody should have an opportunity.
Thank you guys so much for coming to this week's episode.
Right
for
there,
watching
you missed it.
and-
It just
and
went
for
right by.
listening
okay,
to-
Kirsten, next time, jump in right now. This is what
God
you want to do.
damn
When
you,
he's talking, you go in
asshole.
next.
Tonight we'll be talking about the Metal Gear Solid series because
What happens when there's two of us here?
Come on, Kirsten, it's your chance.
Because Metal
Hop
Gear
in.
Solid Delta has been announced 2 months ago. We'll just if you were not, assholes, you made me lose my train of thought.
We logged him. We logged you, huh?
I don't like you two. I really don't. Right now.
Ouch. I'm really hurt by this.
No, the fuck you're not.
How do you know how I feel?
Randy doesn't have feelings.
I'm gonna try
So my
this
feelings.
one more time. Thank you guys for coming to the show.
Butt sex.
You're welcome.
We are going to be talking about Metal Gear Solid, the Metal Gear
Josh will
Solid
be.
series.
That's so what?
That's
Josh,
the-
are we talking about Solid Gears? Solid Gear Solid?
Yes, we are. Thank you, Randy. I appreciate you for keeping us on track. But it has been a while since
Josh was
we
mentioning about
have
that.
been doing done the episode because of my work schedule. It's my fault, as it always is. So before we actually before we introduce everybody, I just want to let you guys know that there is an audio podcast to this. If you guys listen, it releases on Mondays at 5 p.m. Eastern on Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music,
What is that in Pacific time?
and iHeartRadio. So, if you guys want to listen to them on Monday, if you guys can't catch the stream at twitch.tv/Beziie on Saturdays, no worries, you guys will still be able to hear it. And now let's go with the introductions of everybody. Again, I'm excited that we're doing an episode again. It's been a while. I think it's been about a month or so. We missed at least 2 episodes. So below me, we have UncleRamlin, aka Randy. He's I guess we call him the return of the prodigal son. I guess
I've got my pineapple juice.
he does have his pineapple juice. He's just been busy every time we do this, and now he's here. So hi, Randy.
Hi, I'm less busy now.
That's good. Next to Randy, we have a previous guest that has been on the show before. Actually, was on the last episode with it's your boy Nick and Parker, actually. But hi, Kristen.
Hi,
How are you doing?
I'm here.
Yes, you are. And then, as always, above Kirsten, we have the annoying one, the interrupter, the biggest pain in my ass. He's CroissantOnFire. He's Alex.
Live that life proudly.
You do live that life proudly. So,
Mhm.
do I have to ask if you have an interesting fact waiting for us today?
You can quickly look one.
Oh,
I think I lost all my pages.
the look on the man's face.
I did a clean out of all my tabs on my phone. I think I lost all my.
No, you didn't. Oh, that sucks, man.
I think
So
I
what,
lost my my pages. Yeah, my dumb random facts pages.
Nick says you could use the same fact from last time. He says.
I don't remember what the fact was.
How do you not remember?
When's the last? He wasn't on the episode last time.
Yeah,
Remember?
why would I remember that?
I don't know.
I don't even remember what it was
Wait,
last
Then
time.
stop giving me shit.
Oh, I'm not. I'm okay.
It's that Josh is a little
Wow.
bitch.
First time you chime in is to give Alex a hard time. I
No,
respect it.
I could have given him a hard time.
Uh,
What's that?
Alex, if you can't find
Sure.
one, Hurt says he can give you an interesting fact if you want it. He's willing to bail you out here.
Bail me out of what? It's
To
not like I'm
fu-
in prison.
Well, to find you a fact.
Well, I will find a dumb fact.
Well, I guess you'll find a dumb fact. But Hurt, if you want to give us your industry fact, he's looking for his.
But
Go
yes,
right ahead.
this is true. If you want to supply a fact,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, supply a fact if you would like to. But it's good to see everybody here today. Like I said before, we haven't done this in a while, and I'm actually really excited that we are doing an episode. I'm gonna try to do another one soon, but it might be a little tricky getting people for next time. Hopefully, not be tricky get people next time. Hopefully, you know what I mean.
Well, if Beziie actually worked for a company that knew how to be a company, we wouldn't have this problem.
Well, some companies work on Saturdays, Alex. That's not in the employee's control.
No. I don't accept your company as a company.
Well, somebody has to, or else I don't have a job. All right, good talk.
Could accompany you.
All right, I don't know if that was supposed to be a joke or if that was supposed to be some sort of comment.
I was trying to be friendly and nice.
No.
Wow, why is everything about me a joke to you?
Because you're not. Because most of the time you're not. It's very strange to me.
He's got a point.
Who? Me or him?
You do.
Yeah, no
Josh,
shit.
you do.
I don't know who you're. I don't know sometimes who you're talking to. You're on your phone too, trying to find a fact still.
I'm trying to find a fact, Chief.
So
Fact is, I can't find facts.
okay, when I put this, remember it's not meant or to upset anyone, but it's a fact. All right, Hurt, let it out, buddy. And it's like Randy and Friendly. In 1776, USA got its independence, which is 247 years ago. 240 of those years, you guys have been at war in one way or another, and the only time in those 240 years you have not been at war is when Donald Trump was in office.
Oh God. Oh God. Why did I have to think about it?
Is that true? Is that a true
the
thing?
moon has moonquakes.
Really? Oh.
I don't know.
I don't remember. Actually, I don't know.
Loud
if
door
anymore.
sounds.
Yes, there was a loud door sound there, but it's fine. That's a very interesting fact. I actually didn't know that. Why am I not surprised that it's true? Oh hell. So, if you haven't been picking fights with you've been picking fights with each other. Well, I guess you can't be wrong there.
Well, I'm not America. Hi, Parker.
I'm also not America.
I'm also not America. He is.
Pearson's the only one here that is American.
Mhm.
Also, didn't we storm the White House at one point?
No.
Aren't we like only one of the
No, we
one of the
burned
only
it. We
countries
burned it
that-
down. We burned it.
That's what it was. We were the country that burned down the White House at one point.
But they got us back too. So like,
Sure.
I think
Doesn't matter, we still did it.
We got them back. I think it was. I don't know. I don't remember exactly.
Oops.
Oh yeah, and we were
What do
called
you mean, oops?
stormtroopers in World War One, weren't we?
Yes.
Is that
We
where
were called stormtroopers. Yes, in Italy.
Canadians were stormtroopers in
Mhm.
World War One.
Just
Don't
don't
Let's burn them down again.
No,
It wasn't.
yeah.
look at what Canada did in World War One though. You don't want to
It
know.
was
that.
not. It wasn't good. It's not good. It's not good at all.
Was it Canada like?
No, it was not.
No.
We were not
Ooh.
good people.
No.
Okay, so we became Canada after World War One.
If
we
you want to put
did
it
a
that
lot.
way.
We you know the Geneva Accords or the Geneva Act, whatever it's called. Yeah, we are the reasons for that.
The Geneva Accord is what you're trying to say, I'm assuming?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we're the reason for that.
All right. So, without
We
going into political history, we're just going to move right on that. And we're going to start with what we're talking about today, which is the Metal Gear Solid series. So, from what I know about this game, it was one of the first games that pioneered of stealth video games, because, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a lot more stealth than it is like fighting, right?
I've played it a little bit. Like the third one, I think I played.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like it was. I mean, maybe. I just remember a lot of shooting things, and then I stopped playing it. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more of an action game.
Mm-hmm. Where I'm getting the information for this series today is all of the teachers' favorite site, Wikipedia. So this is all from Wikipedia. So if there's anything that sounds odd or just really blatantly wrong, let us know, and correct us. You can, or if you're part of the chat, you can correct us there. Or if you're watching this later on, you can put in the description below on YouTube, or you can put it in the. I think there is a written section for Spotify now for reviews, so you can tell us there as well. But so I'm just gonna read the first paragraph of this. So Metal Gear is a franchise of techno thriller stealth games created by Hideo Kojima. Developed and published by Konami, the first game, Metal Gear, was released in 1987 for MSX home computers. I actually didn't know that.
Kojima made it, yeah.
No, for that it wasn't first made for the console. It was made for an older home computer in 1987. That's actually really, really cool. I've never played Metal Gear, so I never knew any of this stuff. Hurt says he's played the very first one, PS1, way back in the day. Devs claimed it took a couple of days to complete it, and Hurt did it in 8 hours. Well, I think there's a difference between a game back in 1987 to games that are now. I think games today are a little bit more difficult than they were in the past.
You can beat the first Luigi's Mansion in 4 hours if you know what you're doing.
It's exactly right. So it's
Yeah.
what So I
think the speed run for that game is like 15 minutes.
I don't know how that is.
What?
That
Are you
Well,
serious?
it's glitch. Like
Glitch, yeah,
it's not like
glitch.
glitchless run. Like you beat the first boss and then go through and then basically like back up into the wall until you go through the roof and end up fighting King Boo.
So the player often takes control of a special forces operative, usually Solid Snake or Big Boss, who is assigned the task of finding the titular super weapon Metal Gear, a bipedal walking tank with the ability to launch nuclear weapons. So it's an AT-AT?
Sure.
I mean, all I can imagine is
Everybody that's a fan of Metal Gear Solid in here, just please go past the fact that he just called it a fucking AT-AT.
I always forget, is the AT-AT the big 4-letter one on Hoth, or is it?
No, it's 2.
Okay, I thought so. I got it right. Okay.
Oh no, wait.
Is it?
Which one's the AT-ST?
Or am I thinking of the AT-ST? I was from Kirsten, and we need you to help you out here. You're the Star Wars person here.
So about that, I know Star Wars. I don't know freaking machinery in Star Wars.
It's an AT-ST.
And you call yourself up.
Okay,
Oh,
so AT-AT is the big 4-legged thing on Hoth. The AT-ST is the 2-legged thing on Endor. Okay.
Shut up, Alex.
Yes.
But yes, Nick knew what I was getting at.
Oh, fuck yourself, Kirsten. How's that?
The same. Okay, all right. Drop the hostility. Why the hostility?
And Alex's defense. He has no defense.
Okay. The same person who made Metal Gear series made Death Stranding. Yes, that's all. Like Hideo Kojima is a very popular creator. He's done Death Stranding, like you said, after he left Konami. I think he do. I don't know if he did any of the Resident Evil games when he was still with them at all.
Doubt it.
Wait, no, Konami didn't do fucking Resident Evil. That's fucking Capcom. I'm an idiot.
No, he did Evil Within. I think he helped.
Evil
with
Within. Okay, that's it. That may be it. But yeah, he's a very well known creator. I think, is he coming out with a Death Stranding 2?
Yes.
All right. The series is credited for pioneering and popularizing stealth video games and cinematic video games. Notable traits of the series include cinematic cutscenes, intricate storylines, offbeat and fourth wall humor, and exploration of cyberpunk, dystopian, political, and philosophical. I can't get the word out.
You know what you're trying to say here.
Yes, philosophical themes with references to Hollywood films to add flavor. The franchise has also been adapted into other media such as comics, novels, and drama CDs. Solid Snake has gone on to appear in other games such as Super Smash Bros. Series, Ape Escape 3, and Little Big Planet. No.
Don't ask.
I don't know either. Yeah, he helped with some aspects of Evil Within, but that's about it before he dipped. Oh, so like he wasn't the big person there, he's just like helped out, I guess.
Makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, the comments are really good. I would recommend checking them out if I haven't. I have not. So on the side here, they have like a index on where you can click and it will bring you there. So like it's been on, apparently it's been on also on Game Boy Color, GameCube, the MS sets too. We talked about the three. It was on handhelds too, apparently, and the Switch. Mm. Remember when Ape Escape released that was PS2? It was the first game on analog controller. I never played Ape Escape. Is Ape Escape? No, that's Super Monkey Ball that I'm thinking of.
Ape Escape's fun.
I never
Ape
played Ape
Escape is
Escape.
good.
I recommend it.
So this
I think it's been quite a bit since they made an Ape Escape game, but they're all pretty good.
Jesus.
And the original.
So the next section is just talking about the games. Just talking about how after Metal Gear 2, Kojima worked on the third one, Metal Gear Solid for the PlayStation. Began development in '94. This is the game. The third one is the one that most of us know about. It's because it was in our generation, so we know about the third one more than the first two. It's done a bunch of ports and remakes, spin-offs, stuff like that. A bunch of the other consoles, including the PSP, the PS Vita, the 360. Apparently the Game Boy Color, like I said before. Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. These are just about the games. It's just the timeline of the games. So we have Metal Gear Solid 2. Like I said, I'm just reading this off. I'm just reading this off of Wikipedia. So then after the first one, it's Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, and then the third one was Metal Gear Solid, and then it became Metal Gear Solid 2. So the Solid name didn't come in until the third one, which is actually interesting to me. Which I find really cool. I don't know if anybody else finds it interesting or not. And then they go 1, 2, 3, Snake Eater. What is Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops? Apparently it was on the PSP.
That's that.
In 2006.
That
I didn't
would
even
be
know about
the
that one.
handheld one you read about.
Yeah. I guess so. I didn't know PSP had a Metal Gear Solid, like I said before. And then in PS3 it was Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots.
That one, yeah.
Apparently, they also tried a multiplayer feature called Metal Gear Online. That's not. Why does that sound like an MMO?
It wasn't. Metal Gear Online, I think, is a survival game.
Oh, I think I do remember them advertising about that.
Number 4 on the PS3 had multiplayer too. It wasn't their first multiplayer experience.
Which one was that battle royale they did too?
I think that was online.
Was that the online?
Metal Gear Online, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I remember when I heard that and I thought that's very strange. Metal Gear Solid as a battle royale, very very odd. And then in April 2010, there was another sequel to Snake Eater called Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, released on PSP after the events of Portable Ops. And then here's Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. That's when you're Raiden, and you're going through his story. Raiden. You're going through his story. And I didn't finish it, but I did play it.
The hack and slash.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Rising was so good. Yeah, I played the shit out of it.
Yeah, didn't you beat it like 2 or 3 times?
At least 3 times, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. That's when you use the stick to use the direction of your sword cuts during the cutscenes.
It was a good game.
It was a very good game. Randy, Kirsten, have you two played Metal Gear Rising?
I haven't played a single Metal Gear's game.
All right, so we're all going to be learning something today. Cool.
I know he's in Smash Bros.
Yes.
No, he's not.
I'm so glad you know that.
That's his cousin.
As far as my knowledge goes.
As a DMC fan, that game scratched my action game itch since DMC was kind of on hiatus at that point.
Oh, Devil May Cry, yeah.
Yeah. I love Devil May Cry. It's such fun. I didn't play the older ones. I played the
Beziie loves Devil May Cry. Didn't even play 4. Best one.
No, I didn't play.
I
didn't play 4, but I did play the prequel when they tried to do that reboot.
Still not as good as number 4.
And I played 5. I actually really enjoyed 5. Then expanded re-releases of games in the series were produced as well, such as Integral for Solid, Substance for Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, and Subsistence in Metal Gear Solid 3. Series portable installments are usually set outside the main storyline. Metal Gear Ghost Babel was released for the Game Boy Color, and several games were released by Sony's PSP. In a departure from the series style, Metal Gear Acid and its sequel used turn-based strategy mechanics based on collectible cards. What the fuck type of games are these? I haven't heard any of these before.
Didn't tell you.
Game Boy Color. That's actually very funny.
You can answer Hert's question there.
So of all the subjects that made you pick the Metal Gear, like I said before, we are doing this because Metal Gear Solid Delta, the remake for number 3, it was announced 2 months ago. So I thought it'd be fun just to go through like the fun facts and the games and the other games that were introduced in the series. Just maybe we can learn something, have a nice conversation between you guys, and so that we can, and then us as well, maybe we can find something fun that we enjoy. Now,
If you haven't played a Metal Gear game, I believe number 5 is either cheap or free, depending on if you have PS Plus. And
yeah,
it's
was
on
that
the PS4
Phantom Pain?
slash. I think that was the name of it.
Uh-huh.
It was the open world one, and it was good.
So then now it just goes on to saying that talk about Metal Gear Solid HD collection on June 2nd of 2011 for the PS3 and Xbox 360. That's the first three Solid games that they're remade, not remade, remastered. So they're again. So I guess they've been really, yeah, and then just the rest of the games. Then Metal Gear Solid, Phantom Pain. Then they're talking about Metal Gear. Oh, that's what it is. I was with Metal Gear Survive, not Metal Gear Online.
Oh yeah.
There was Metal Gear Online. That was the Battle Royale version. Metal Gear, I guess the Metal Gear Online is must have been an MMO of some kind. And it's like
Metal Gear Solid 5 did get a bit repetitive. And it did get a bit easier as you progress through the game because you could get your partner, whichever you choose, either between the dog, Quiet, or I think you pick a walker or a horse. Nobody fucking did that anyhow. Made it somewhat easier as you leveled them up. So yeah, the game got a tad repetitive, but it was still good.
Metal Gear Online was the only game they released for the PS3. It was okay, but it got really old real fast. Beziie may know this person. Rufus is doing a no-kill playthrough of 5, and it's funny watching him trying to knock everyone out. Oh, I can only imagine how much of a pain in the ass that is if you don't have any like sleeping darts or tasers left. You have to do everything close up. I don't think I've seen any of his streams though. I gotta start watching people's streams again when I get the chance. Yeah, and then those are the games from 1987 to Delta Snake Eater. Like there are like others like the Ghost Babel, the Solid VR missions. Apparently in '99 that wasn't really mentioned. And then you have the Solid Mobile in 2008, Solid 4 comes to the Patriots, and Online in 2008. And there's just like a timeline of other games and stuff like that. So the storyline of the game in the Metal Gear universe, history had diverged at some point during World War II, with the fictional Cobra unit led by the Boss being instrumental in the defeat of the Axis powers. Cloning, AI, and robotics technology of the 1970s are more advanced. The 11 games in the main Metal Gear series continue continuity, reveal a narrative that spans 5.5 decades, from the Cold War until the near future. Big Boss is the most relevant character within the story of the series and the most canonical of 11 games, 5 of prequels centering on his story, set decades before the events of the original Metal Gear. However, Solid Snake is still depicted as the primary main character of the series, as the prequels create context of his purpose of him being the antithesis of his father. I guess. But wow, that's a long time to be at war with the boss. I'm assuming that's what essentially the game is about.
The entirety of Metal Gear Solid is very, very complicated.
Yeah, it is. So so there's like there's a plot for like all the main games for Portable Ops, Metal Gear Solid 3, and all that stuff. But I'm not gonna go into it because there's a lot here. I'm not just gonna sit here and be a talking head. Well, I'm gonna be a talking head anyway. I'm gonna be a talking head for like the most useful things.
Be a talking head. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, talking head. So it's still they're still talking about that being the Cold War as the theme of it. God damn you!
I missed that. What did you say, Randy?
Head.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's really complicated. It's not Kingdom Hearts complicated, but it's still complicated. I played 3, and I had someone try to explain to me all the background of what I didn't know the entire time I was playing it, and I
the worst one
tried so hard to follow along, but it's just so damn complicated.
He's the absolute worst one of them all.
I haven't paid any attention to Metal Gear since 2, so I don't. Sorry, grammars that my brain's not. And fuck, can't.
Yeah.
I can't read,
bro. Are you fucking good?
I can't read or speak.
Words are hard.
Words are hard. Words are very hard. Sorry. Okay, so he says he hasn't played Metal Gear since the second one, so he doesn't have any opinion or anything coming, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Yeah, just the tone of the theme. It's Cold War. People are fighting. He's sneaking around. He's trying to kill the boss. Trying to make sure no one gets to the Metal Gear, which is apparently some sort of AT-ST looking thing from Star Wars that somebody found. What? A streak? Oh, that's an inside joke.
Having a streak, yeah.
Yeah, that's an inside joke. You need to watch the short for on the channel. Okay, I have
Harmless plug.
Hertz had. Well, I don't care. Hertz had 4 beers and a half bottle of bourbon, so not all my messages may make sense. The man is on it today. The man is on the sauce.
Eh?
The man's drinking. What did you not understand about that?
He's on the sauce. How would you not get it?
Have you never heard that that when someone's been drinking, they're on the sauce?
Can't say I have.
Oh my. Okay. I thought it's a very common sense phrase. Oh, this is interesting. Kojima's thoughts regarding Snake's improved abilities by the time Metal Gear Solid led to the concept of clone characters who would be able to match him in combat. By Metal Gear Solid 2, Kojima was inspired by Sherlock Holmes novels to introduce a sidekick character in order to view Snake from a different perspective. Randy, this finger's for you. Go fuck yourself. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that. So
what did you do, Randy?
He's pretending to fall asleep.
Oh.
But that's cool though. By Metal Gear Solid 2, he was inspired by the Sherlock Holmes books to put a psychic character for Sherlock for his Watson, I guess. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that.
Question.
Shoot.
Didn't Kojima get fired?
He didn't get fired. He left.
Oh, okay.
He left the company to go make Death Stranding.
So he quote unquote resigned.
He did his own thing.
Yeah, he did he resigned.
Wasn't there drama behind him?
Sorry?
Wasn't there drama behind him after
Probably.
Silent Hills PT?
There's probably.
Likely.
It doesn't say here what he did or why he left. Casey Booth, there is drama behind 99% of devs. Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, good point.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
The first Metal Gear game was intended to be an action game that featured modern military combat. However, the MSX2's hardware limited the number of on-screen bullets and enemies, which Hideo Kojima felt impeded the combat aspect. Inspired by The Great Escape, which I'm assuming it's a book or a movie.
Great
It's a book.
Escape is a movie. And it's a movie too, isn't it?
1950 book by Australian writer. Does not. Well, I'm sure it is a movie, but it's talking about the book.
Mm.
The alter of the gameplay to focus on a prisoner escaping. Interesting. I play the Isle, and the dram those devs got is insane.
Never heard of
Neither have I. That's a game we know nothing about. Hurt. You could absolutely explain it to us because we want to know. I see something about James.
You do.
I see something about James Bond here. In a series of articles written by official PlayStation 2 magazine, Hideo Kojima identified several Hollywood films as the primary source of inspiration for the storylines and gameplay for the Metal Gear series. He further noted that the James Bond series is what influenced him the most regarding the creation of Metal Gear Solid. Oh, okay. Interesting enough. The original plot was references to the nuclear war paranoia during the mid-1980s, relative to the Cold War. Following games would revolve around nuclear weapons inspections in Iraq and Iran, but this idea was left out due to growing concern regarding the political situation in the Middle East. Other changes to the series were made in Metal Gear Solid 2 as a result of September 11 attacks. Oh, lovely. So that makes sense. That's with any game dev company. If something historically happens and it's not in the favor of the public, they'll change the game to make sure their game doesn't get a lot of bad publicity from it. I think it's happened with other games.
Bad publicity.
No, I meant like something historical happens. They had to pull it back to change details up. I guess I don't remember though. It was a long time.
I know they do that in movies.
Yeah, that's very true. They do that in movies a lot, where they pull it just because something happened.
Lilo and Stitch was changed.
Was it? Why?
Because of 9/11. There's a scene where they're going through. I think it's the theater version of it was changed when they released it on VHS or DVD. I can't remember.
Because weren't you flying through New York?
They weren't flying through New York, but they were flying through things.
Oh.
And like they were crashing, and originally was a plane and not a spaceship, and then they changed it to a spaceship because of 9/11, obviously. And then
makes sense.
There was a scene where I guess he got locked in a washing machine or dryer, or
yes,
or it was
Oh, I've seen this one. I've seen this change. It was a oh shit, you're right. That scene also changed. I don't know why.
Because there was a controversy around it because of a death that happened.
Oh,
I believe.
Nice.
Yeah, Disney does it a lot. They change stuff.
Yeah, well, they need to.
I mean, they changed a little. Mermaid.
Mm-hmm. All right, so there's nothing really else about the development of the game itself. Talking about the different games, why it's called Solid because of using the 3D computer graphics, and all that stuff.
It's a very solid game.
Metal Gear Solid was initially meant to be made for PlayStation 3, but due to the long wait for the console, the game was developed for the PlayStation 2 instead. As previous game settings were indoor areas due to difficulty with the console, to Metal Gear Solid 3, Kojima wished to distractly change it despite difficulties. Interesting. Okay. So I guess he really wanted it to, like, that happens too. Like, people wanted the game to be on the next gen console, but because it took so long for the company to come out with it, they had to stick with the current gen just to get the game out and get some money in so they can do the next one.
Flappy Bird.
I don't think that's one.
No, not like Flappy Bird. He made that game, made millions of dollars, had millions of downloads in like 3 days, couldn't deal with the pressure, and got rid of it.
No.
Didn't people say Flappy Bird?
Didn't people kill each other because of it?
No.
A kid killed his mom? Oh, like a kid killed his mom. I remember listening to this story in high school.
A kid killed his mom because he didn't get the high score in Flappy Bird?
No, so he kept going and he was like super high, I guess. And like she did something and told him to put it away, took her phone, I don't remember. And he got so mad.
Oh.
I remember in high school. That could have been just high school crap. I don't know.
Disney does a lot we don't talk about. You're not wrong, Herb. Disney does do a lot that we don't talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like how they can keep the same copyright for 150 years.
They make sure in their contracts so they can do it.
So now we'll talk a little bit more about the printed adaptations because a lot of people don't really read the comics.
I have a printer.
That's not what I said.
No.
I didn't say printer. I said printed.
Where? I know.
Right?
So-
What?
What?
Never mind. It might not be appropriate. I don't know.
For YouTube or just in general?
For online.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll message Alex if he likes it. If he says it's okay, I'll do it.
Why is it
That's
out? Wait,
always-
why is
that's-
Alex's
no,
choice?
That's always a safe bet.
All right. So there's a novel adaptation of the original Metal Gear was published in 1988 as a part of Scholastic's Worlds of Power in the line of novelizations, which were based on third-party NES games. Novelizations are like the base games for storyline, obviously. All like printed adaptations. All Alex, you fuck. Am I boring you?
What?
Am I boring you?
Oh no! I just looked at Randy's message.
No, you did. Unless Randy told you, "Hey, let's go play Super Auto Pets."
I don't know what you're talking about.
Discord ratted you out, motherfucker. I can see your face change.
What about my face change?
No, the light in your face changed. Go fuck yourself. He's waving to the fucking camera. You both are playing Super Auto Pets. You are.
Wrong.
We're doing a podcast about gears and like State of Liquid.
And Solid, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, when are they gonna make Gas Snake?
Gas. I don't know. There's solid, there's
Snake.
liquid.
There's Liquid Snake. There's no Gas Snake. What the fuck? I blame
Apparently,
the system.
there was a Japanese language novelization of Metal Gear Solid 4, which was translated by Viz Media. That's kind of cool. And then there's sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying they did that with a lot of games.
Yeah.
They did it with Resident Evil. They have novelizations of them.
Mm-hmm. It's actually. I didn't know like there were printed stuff like a year after the first game, like in 1988 either.
Well, think about it this way. Like the only form of like to get the story was from the game, and they're wanting to know more, so they knew that if they paid someone to write a book about it, they could get more lore out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, it's a very
Star Wars and stuff.
It's a very popular tactic that's still done to this day.
Mhm.
Comic books, CDs, hell, even movies.
To get more lore.
Mhm.
And then you have things that are like spin-offs that go into that universe but aren't the same story, so they can do whatever they want. It's a brilliant way to do it.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember this, but apparently there was supposed to be in 2006 there was a movie for Metal Gear Solid was announced.
And it never finished, I assume.
Announced later in the month he had negotiated a contract with the party in Hollywood to adapt the movie into a film. Unless it did come out and just there was no press on it.
Well, I mean, there wasn't a lot of like games going into movies.
Yeah. Oh, actually, here it is.
few?
Here it is. David Hayter, the English voice actor for Solid Snake, submitted a film treatment that executives passed on. The producer
He is coming back, by the way.
Who is?
David Hayter.
Oh, is he the the voice?
Yes, he's the original voice of Solid Snake.
Oh, I did not know that.
And of course, they're gonna bring him back to the remake.
Oh, of course.
He's been at Fan Expo a couple times.
Huh. Oh. Producer had expressed interest in Equilibrium, director Kurt Wimmer. Also denied claims that German director Uwe Boll was a possible contender for directing the movie, I guess.
I thought he said Usain Bolt first.
Or these are the actors for Metal Gear, like Solid Snake himself, or Naked Snake. Who's the main character? Is it Naked Snake or Solid Snake?
We're not gonna get into it.
Okay, never mind. Apparently, possible contenders were Viggo Mortensen and Hugh Jackman were considered for the role of Snake, while Christian Bale denied rumors of his involvement. Well, that's kind of, I didn't know they were thinking of Hugh Jackman as Solid Snake, or whichever Snake it is. That's kind of
Hugh Jackman. Do you know what's funny? Hugh Jackman doesn't like action movies.
And yet he played Wolverine for like 10 years.
Yeah, that's the only action movie. He originally went to Hollywood to be like a dramatic theater performer. Like he does theater musicals. Like it was really interesting.
Kurt asked what Super Auto Pets was.
It is a fun little game where you pick pets, you put them kind of on the field, and they fight for you.
To the death.
They take turns, yeah.
So it's like an auto chess type of thing?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. That's fair.
All right. Okay, hard pass. Ha! Apparently he doesn't like auto chess games. At the Metal Gear 25th anniversary on August 30th of 2012, the Hideo Kojima announced that our ARAD Productions, owned by the ARAD brothers, have agreed to produce a movie version of Metal Gear Solid with Columbia Pictures. Columbia's... What's up? Sorry?
In 2012?
2012. 6 years later. Columbia's parent company, Sony Pictures Entertainment, will be in charge of the distribution. On June 3rd, Deadline Hollywood reported that Sony was in talks with Jordan Vogt-Roberts to direct the film. So they were really getting into this next movie, or trying to get this movie back in track 6 years later.
I'm gonna be really honest with you. Sony does not make good movies. Only a few of them.
Spider-Man?
Like from games.
Does whatever a spider can.
But the only reason why Spider-Man did so well, one, because of Marvel.
Obviously.
And partly, I want to say Disney. I prefer, like, the new Spider-Man compared with Tom Holland than I do, like, Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire.
Mm-hmm.
But as a whole, Sony doesn't do a lot of decent... There's not a lot of decent video games turned into movies.
I heard the Last of Us TV show was pretty good.
That's a TV show, and that was amazing. But that's also because the guy who was the maker of The Last of Us was one of the producers and was very hands-on with it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Uncharted sucked ass. It was awful. I will tell everybody that. If they liked it, good for them.
I still want to see it.
It was not good.
Oh.
It's not good. It's bad. If you've never played the games, then yes.
I see. Oh yeah, you did mention this to me before too. That it's like a really standard action movie, but if you know the games, it doesn't line up properly.
Mm-hmm.
It's
not good.
So apparently for this same movie, 2018, he wished for the film to receive an R rating, which is the correct. I think it's the correct rating for a Metal Gear Solid movie. If you're killing people, just makes sense to me. To me, it's a way to make the first great video game movie based on the video game. 2019 announced another draft had been completed. In 2020, it was announced that Oscar Isaac had been officially cast as Solid Snake. I don't remember that at all.
I remember them having a movie, yeah.
Oh no, but they announced that Oscar Isaac was cast as Solid Snake. I don't remember that announcement at all. Or maybe I just didn't see it. Yeah, okay. I just didn't know. Then there's toys, obviously there's soundtracks. Reception and legacy that you have here. What is this? Oh, I think this is just like this is the numbers section where how much they've sold, how much money they got from everything else, etc. I think the third one is still their best. I think the third one is still their highest sold. I think. Metal Gear Solid 3, I believe. I could be wrong.
Couldn't tell you.
So the Metal Gear franchise has achieved great success, selling over 57.7 million copies as of September 2021. By February 2007, the series had grossed more than $1 billion. from 20 million copies sold, in addition to having sold ancillary merchandise, including 3 million strategy guides, 1.5 million action figures, and 200,000 comic books. As of 2019, the franchise has grossed about $2.5 billion worldwide. Fucking hell. That's a lot of money.
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 Makes me feel poor.
Makes everybody feel poor.
Money. Ain't it funny?
Money.
All right, 2 a.m. I have to go to bed. Hurt, thank you so much thank you for hanging out with us, man. I appreciate it.
He does mean it. He's not lying.
I do mean it. I thank you for hanging out. Randy might not mean it, but I mean it.
I never said it.
Huh.
Sure enough. According to Chart Track, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots was the second fastest selling PS3 game in the United Kingdom after Grand Theft Auto 4. Phantom Pain grossed $179 million on release day, higher than the combined opening day box office of the films Avengers, Age of Ultron, and Jurassic World. Randy, what are you pointing to?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. But yeah, just like the really did very well in sales, had really, really good Metacritic reviews, except for Survive, which made sense because it was 54, 60, and 62 in the respective platforms. Yeah, Survive was not good. Sorry, what was that?
I mean, I will say the game franchise is doing good for itself because it's been around so long.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Are we talking about?
We're just talking about like how much they did, the Metacritic scores that they have here on the site as well, on Wikipedia too. That the Phantom Pain grossed more money than Avengers: Age of Ultron and Jurassic World combined on opening day for box office.
Well,
yeah, I guess more people wanted to play Phantom Pain than watch Ultron or Jurassic World.
Phantom.
I know he means it. That's why I keep coming back and not just on Kilter nights. Oh well, thank you, Hurt. You are too kind. And here I thought Randy was gonna jump all over that, saying that. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna do that
You
to
want me
myself.
to?
No, I don't. I was just waiting for it and it didn't happen.
Why'd you bring it up?
Because it's you and I'm expecting it.
That hurts, Josh. That hurts.
How dare you?
You don't know me.
I should know you by now.
You would think, apparently not. That's why it hurts even more.
Hey, people can change.
My feeling.
People can change.
Yes, people can.
They're not going to.
Not going to.
By her.
Try to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, and it doesn't matter.
The Metal Gear Solid series inspired numerous video game developers. Splinter Cell and Far Cry 2 designer Clint Hawking say that every stealth action game owes its existence to the success of Metal Gear, and that without Metal Gear, there will be no stealth games. So then we have a Splinter Cell producer saying Metal Gear Solid was a huge inspiration for Splinter Cell. It was a pioneer for both genre and the quality of directing. And then Silicon Knights founder said Metal Gear Solid source script, characters, voice acting, cinemas were a landmark and guiding light to the future of video games. Unreal and Gears of War creator cited the military themes in the action gameplay of Metal Gear as a major influence on his work, and he named Gears of War in homage to Metal Gear. Oh, cool. Thief creator said Metal Gear Solid success convinced them that experimental stealth gameplay could be marketable and revitalize the team in the closing months of a project. And then Sumo Digital Designer cited Metal Gear Solid as an early formative influence on their work. Crisis 2 animators said the game's animations were inspired by Metal Gear Solid 4. So, like, this game, as early as it comes out, I would agree, is like the pioneer for a stealth game, only because the MSX2, the PC that was first released on, couldn't handle all the bullets, which I believe was exactly what happened. So without reading everything
Without further ado,
without
Here's
reading
Wonderwall.
everything on Metal Gear Solid, that's pretty much like the meat and potatoes of the game itself. All the games, a little bit about Hideo Kojima, not a lot, just what he thought, what he wanted to do, what he wanted, and a bunch of other stuff, other inspiration for James Bond, inspired by the Sherlock Holmes books for a sidekick, which I'm assuming it was a sidekick only in the 5th game.
I have no idea.
Okay.
What, Psycho Mantis?
No. The sidekick for Snake.
Do you have a name?
But it says by Metal Gear Solid 2, Kojima was inspired by Sherlock Holmes novels to introduce a psychic character.
I know. Do you have a name of said sidekick character?
No, I'm assuming it was just someone he made by the 2nd game.
Then I'm gonna assume by sidekick he means Otacon, and no, Otacon was not in one game.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, actually, I think the only thing that I know of for sure about Metal Gear Solid is like the Psycho Mantis boss fight on the PS2.
Having to pull your controller out and put
Yeah.
it into the second slot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like the cool. I still think that's the coolest concept that has ever happened with a boss fight in a video game. The
Yeah.
fact that
Kojima's signature.
yeah, no kidding. Hideo Kojima didn't do Silent Hill, right?
I
No,
have
he
no
did.
idea.
He did. No, he was helping create PT, and so, which was the Silent Hills, and then that everybody was so excited, and then it got canceled because him and what's his name? Italian man, I think. He's Gary. Nope, not Gary. He's a movie guy. He does movies.
Nah.
Del Toro.
Oh.
El Taco.
Yes.
No.
Alex, how
For
did you know?
Shabakadu.
God damn it, Alex.
Exactly what it was. Something along those lines, like they had a disagreement or something. But in the game, in the thing, you have to like, I think, talking to the mic and like there's weird things you have to do, but it's supposedly like what Kojima does.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he always has like a weird thing in each of his games where like it doesn't make sense. Like, why would you have to pull something like your controller out? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. He makes you think.
Yeah, why do you need a mic for a game that is a playable teaser? And to like it's all that kind of stuff. So it's really interesting.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like we didn't talk. Like we could look at Hideo Kojima a little bit because we still have some time left. Because he has done other things. It's instead of Metal Gear. I couldn't think of the game.
I think he did. Let me look that up.
I'm here, so I might as well. Snatcher, Police Knots. Is there a list of what he did? I don't see a list yet. Personal accolades. Oh, here we go. Metal Gear. What the fuck is Penguin Adventure? In 1986. Apparently that's his first ever project he did.
Don't knock it till you try.
You know what Penguin Adventure is?
Oh.
SD Snatcher, Metal Gear Solid, Beat Mania.
I don't think he did.
No. I don't see Zone the Enders, Boktai, Shin Bokura, Lunar Knights, Kabushiki. Oh, I guess Hideo Kojima did design the Shadow Moses Island stage in Brawl.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Metal Gear Online, Gatame Babai Trainer. Oh, he was the executive producer for Castlevania Lord of Shadows. Kind of cool. You're right. He was the director and game designer of PT. In
Yes,
2014.
he was. That was that was going to be the new biggest thing to him, and then
Mm-hmm.
Del Toro and him got into that argument.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So he does have canceled games here. He says, so he has a canceled game called Silent Hills in 2015. Is that the game you're talking about?
That's PT, yes.
Okay.
PT is a full playable teaser. That's how everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm. Right. A canceled horror game developed by Kojima Productions that was to be published by Konami for the PS4. It was in development since 2012 until its cancellation in 2015. It has to be the 9th main installment in the Silent Hill series, and etc. because it's cut off.
So I looked up why he left Metal Gear. So it says Kojima left Konami following the release of Metal Gear Solid 5 in 2015, reportedly as a result of internal and messy power struggle that caused bad blood. The split was Kojima's name
Got
from
bad blood.
all previous Metal Gear Solid games. Essentially, Kojima went over budget for the final game of Metal Gear Solid series, The Phantom Pain. Konami didn't like this one bit since it was planning to exit from AAA game develop as a whole and focus on other avenues such as mobile gaming and other gaming.
Konami sucks.
Gotcha. Kirsten and Alex, or Randy, have you played Cyberpunk 2077?
Played what?
Have you played Cyberpunk 2077? No. So apparently he was a voice actor in a lot of his Metal Gear games as well. But here in Cyberpunk, he was Oshima.
Oh, really?
Apparently he was Oshima in Cyberpunk.
I'm trying to remember who that is.
That's the guy that dies.
That's a lot of people in that game.
Keanu Reeves?
No.
Oh, it's the father, isn't it?
No.
Is it the
maybe.
son?
Oh yeah, Oshima. Yes.
Yeah, it's the father. Well, it was the father of the big company when the son killed him.
Yes.
Yeah.
The main father.
Yeah, the main father. Okay. Yes. Yeah, the main father. Spoilers, so by the way. Sorry.
It was Kojima?
Yeah, apparently it was Kojima as a voice actor. It's really funny in Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots. He also under role for voice actor, he was the voice of God himself. So apparently I guess it might be like some post-credit scenes or something, or a secret in the game that you find his voice or he says something in like dialogue. I can only imagine.
Oh, in the world of Cyberpunk 2077, there's no Kojima. Instead, the video game designer and writer lives on Night City as a cool guy named Oshima, in reference to the Japanese film directed. It's just a random guy you meet.
Oh, he's a random guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You can find Kojima in a bar in one of the plazas named Oshima in the game. The character is based off Kojima, a well-known person within the gaming industry.
Gotcha. Okay.
I thought
he was the main person too.
No, I know who you meant though.
Yeah.
The Emperor.
Sure. Yeah, he was.
Cusco?
Yes, Cusco.
Yeah. Yes, Alex. Yes.
Yeah, he played David Spade's character in Japanese.
No, he played Krunk.
He played Crunk's character in Japanese, Patrick Warburton.
Oh, I thought it was Yzma.
Oh, my bad.
Dad, now you got it.
There you go. That's it. That's what it was.
We figured it out.
Yeah. So I know this episode was maybe a little bit boring if you're not a huge fan of Metal Gear Solid, or maybe you found something interesting of what we talked about, what we heard of what we read. Again, this is all from Wikipedia. If there's anything really cool we haven't talked about that you want people to know, put it in the comment below on YouTube and put it in the review description on Spotify as well. So we are going to end the YouTube episode here, and we'll be talking. We'll talk at the post show. So if you guys want to see the post show and you're watching this later on, you can come in for the next episode on twitch.tv/Beziie on the Saturday before it's released on Monday. If you also are listening on this on the other sites that we're on. That will also be included on the upload for Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern on Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. If you guys like our show and want other people to know about it, you can help us by commenting, and subscribing on YouTube, and you can also help us give us a 5-star review on Spotify as well, so that more people can see our podcast, can be recommended to them, and all that fun stuff. And I believe that's all I need to say. You guys want to say anything else?
Thank you for tuning in.
It sounds like you make it sound like you're my hostage.
We are.
No, we're not. We are here on our own free will.
Yeah, what is the cue card guy behind the computer desk?
This was a pleasure for all of us to be here, and we can't wait to see you guys in 2 weeks' time.
Maybe in 2 weeks' time. But we'll
God dang it, Randy! You messed it up. You just had.
But no, like we used. So he says it's because
he read the wrong cue card.
He read the wrong cue card.
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me, please! I have a family. Please don't hurt me.
Did you say I have no family?
I have a family.
I have a family.
I heard I have no family. I'm like, yikes!
Please don't be lost without me.
So like Randy said, we do this every 2 weeks, but since my schedule for work is a little wonky, it might be changed, but we should be okay for the for the 22nd, because I am on days and I get home earlier, like at 4 o'clock. So the July 22nd is going to be the next episode of Off Kilter. If you guys like the idea of like learning about the game series, we'll make sure we do a game we all know next time, or more familiar with, so we can have a little bit more conversation stuff happening. I know it was a little dry, something I wanted to try, but because we have a list of like of Mario games, Zelda games. I know Randy and I have played God of War. We can talk about that. We can do Gears of War. I know the 3 of us have played that, so we can talk about our experiences there. Halo is another one we could do as well. So there's a lot of stuff, games we can do. And now I believe that's everything I need to say. So I think we can say goodbye, and then we'll go on to the post show.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Bye, YouTube. Bye, Spotify. Bye, everybody.
Where's it all going? What?
It's
leaving? You said bye, YouTube. Where's YouTube going?
YouTube's
gone, bro.
Yeah, YouTube's gone. It's gone.
It's done.